All right, so here for Yamamunyina Akwaba. Yesterday we gave you an update, sir. People are complaining about in summer a course, so an anime course, so Adom Kyei sorry, especially the 31st December all night service. Any directive or rankasa or deba ya na all church members a munko ton mu japade na mfa meto Adom Nyame. Now this particular Adom Nyame we are learning say bi ne kuta so bulu a che say ono no see say uwo how bi na obeto a Nyankopon ebe fa sa die nim asa yare. Eyen sem bebre, but then we got up today we are realizing say yesterday in some man for about the message, it is not just only that people are also complaining about how this single man Adom Kyei sorry 31st night at all the whole stretch Accra Kumasi highway it was blocked. Now Ghana police, together with necessary authorities, so there's pressure on them. Why? Because I no pay who say a year in your bema a bono wide na could a dental court. I'm a judge. I can say you find them call psychiatric. You question now dream. And the question is a bono wa also be building aka said you one be pay a chose and be fro. Ya question. And na obia oja sorry de catch member say bring your money. Ton we japa never be to Adom Kyei. Fine. And nobody obeka say GDA yen koho. But then the issue here is said nipa no asori na oyen wa block a major highway which is Accra Kumasi highway. And at the end of the day come back. Cancel church members we have series of videos. You will see lawyers talking. You will see politicians talking. You see people in NDC talking. So at the end of the day, though, it's not be say I bet na say and I said you ganging up against one man. Adom Kyei. Personally, I have no problem with him. Now I meet him on answer. I said this is a nice church, but then the issue of the on the ground is that Niamana Ekosono Ghana for not me because me use our road. No Ghana for are complaining. Now you can share this particular video. This particular video question. How obi a ono so ase or a Christian but then na o use Accra Kumasi highway no and na cars all of a sudden everything stopped stop here no ko bisa yes oh Adom Kyei oh yeah sorry inti can't mean ba na nipa say what eti kroma say bibi say itimi koso debi inti endi can share this particular video yeah babaka as I said we have a lot of videos. And we don't know the way forward and even how the Ghana police and also the Ghana highway road authorities know what they will say after this particular complaints.
Because of worship, we are all stuck here. We have been stuck since 1:30 a.m. No car is going, no car is coming. On the busiest road in the country, and because of a church service, the road has been blocked. Just because of a church service, because of worship, the road has been blocked completely. The busiest road in the country. No car is going, no car is coming. And it is what? Past 7 a.m. and still the road has been blocked. Yes, this madness should never happen. It should never repeat itself. It's complete madness. I've never seen this level of madness before, where the busiest road in the country will be blocked because of a church service. And the people don't care. They are even proud that they blocked the road. I never believed that I will live to witness this level of madness. They are proud that they have blocked the road. No car is going, no car is coming. All these people, we have been stuck here for more than 6 hours. And nobody is going, nobody is coming. Not even an ambulance can pass through. And the people, you can see, they are proud. They are happy that they blocked the road. You know, this is avoidable. There are very, very large, big venues that these church services can happen without making it an inconvenience to everybody. But they simply don't care. So they have to tell their members to leave all their branches and converge at one point, you know, by the roadside, block the road, and you can see all these tankers, travelers, road users, everybody is stuck here. If there's an emergency here, not even the fire service can pass through, not even an ambulance can pass through. This is complete madness. You know, and we have, you know, police service, military, everybody. They are watching on just because the man of God, everybody is afraid of him. He has the security agencies in his pocket, so he doesn't give a damn about anybody. That's it. You know, second chance church. That's what they do. Every 31st night, people know that they block the road and people don't go, people don't come. And the members don't care. Some of them even make fun of us for making us stuck over here since 2 a.m. They just don't care. Yeah, they are happy. You know, complete madness. Some of this barbarism should never happen. You can see. Yeah, they are happy. Yes. They are happy. They are proud. That's what, religion has done to us as black people. Complete madness.
Clearly, no to say nipa na okasan or a passenger. I also know use to stretcher and he's pissed off. Now I told you say videos no do so. It's more moka say before one bofuno and yemunya butoye because videos near bebre. You see, video I was shop from no how ana niema koso. Because the road was blocked and certain people had to reach Accra because a bit more visa appointment, a bit more medical appointment, a bit more job appointment, a bit more so amokoye niema, obi wo Accra was so quite sorry. Ninyina no the road have been blocked all because of this man, Adom Kyei. Now, same way so no people had to reroute and use a different route. Now, this particular road that Saka video question a road that ye say and no see alternative road that ye part say agogon price road one and for and drivers na omu yusu. Now I want you to see what will really happen because so sad say because of one man in T sorry now sorry are blocking to them. Drivers now have to use this kind of road. Now the other video which follows a bebre yenche video back a better.
When you're fighting, you're not going to fast food. Or Muki had a boy. We try to go to TikTok. When you're fighting, you're not going to fast food. Or Muki had a boy. We try to go to TikTok.
Okay, so it tells you the bad road that drivers had to use as an alternative. But then that is not all. Some people even had to park their cars and sleep there. Some people had to park their cars in the middle of the road. Now, video I will show you one person or a passenger and not say you see, this is pure stupidity. Debut into Adom Kyei ain't me can say because or ya who is Adom Kyei in this country? That is what this particular passenger come. Into share this particular video babaka. There's another shocking video because people had to eat. And guess what people had to do? Video babaka to us.
Yeah, Mamega say minchiro. Asola mo ko ya, mabroku main road wa, enipa nko enipa ma no. We nyina ati, ukonu anko ye dwumaden a, mame. Wo ba stadium ani adi. Wache. Se wo ko no anko pa dwuma ansa anya, Empire ma ko bo he sesa hwe.
Your life will be the same.
O ba sa bo se to ne adi. Ye kan kira o. Wache. Eya mo mabroku main road wa ma sebe. Ye daka mu ama ade ache. Ade na mo je.
Obu ọkọ nso awa hu no.
Obu ọkọ ekra asofu wa hu so. Ade na mo je Ghana fo.
Onjo ngwa ni asole.
Ade amre nyina.
Ngwa ni asole. Papa pandumu, ngwa ni asole.
Okay, so what you just watched, just a part of it. Now, there's another video too, because as I was saying earlier, in some way, so people were hungry because we used to road from 6 p.m. car so back. It was so didi. Now was going to 4 and one more used to road. They had to get down. At the end, on didi. It's here for. That is, I was used to come near the Adriane. He used to come as a kitchen near the Adriane. You should video here, babaka. It's here for. You better trust.
Oh, because of our solid bakunti. Traffic yache. Ebi no nyina ejejire no Adriane wo kwam. Obi aye kwa akwane ye ma di new year. Asole bakunti o ma block here. Am ye sifa aku. Ana ye no Adriane. E dey awra wo say on the first pa ready ato ye.
E wan come from coffee.
I don't do that much more than some. We have person in Kuminyasa. Body and PC for body and so I'm a son. I let the car and say, yeah, on a cylinder and a bottle. We are the silver.
Who can't say now? What down on up on the one of it? What's the name of pass?
So you could see say as passengers in some of the drivers or man so you block here and a road ne block here no and oyi ni cylinder oyi ni stove oyi na pot oyiwa or far by there by any put the egu car no bebre load no by re nko a o no fa anya doa and say kwan ni mu a achimfo aduane pa na wanu ewie. But then there are some people omu ni sa tumi no anaso omu ni sa privilege no into a comedy wa enye obetiri mu sa all because of Adom Kyei. Now other videos channel shows a different angle to this particular plight of passengers. Why? Because ebimo who say we air caution, they took advantage of the system, and some people and some of the truck drivers parked their car and now almost yami because as Adom Kyei a blocky road 31st me so me kremoni me dimiti beba from my frame nyame enhwe video e baba ka e beto aso
for so na ya sorry no we do mu yemi hey osia enkan kwan so we traffic achi omo paki wo kwan na omo ye asori o kwan ni mfinfin o kwan ni mfinfin hey don't pass on chance hey
We are very serious.
no problem you say
Okay, so this is just one part of it. Now, aside from that, too, a whole lot of things also went on the road because videos, as we said, be brave. Now, second video, I will show you a different angle to how passengers now move for more patches say because of this same Adom Kyei, sorry, cars and kokra, and some people were still complaining. The question is, buying the Ben now be taking action.
And the worst part is down the road. That is where the church itself is. There are so many cars parked belonging to members of the church or that drove members of the church in. And those are the cars that are getting access to get in. And so all commercial vehicles have been grounded because of this.
So this was just one part of it. After the be a corner, a notable people, for pundits, one more media space, almost more complaining. Some for normal people complaining, sana. Na sebi mu amu ban mu amu TV ni radio so someone can be na kwese sebi ebimu na complaining but to omo no mu se dey bi sadi we enye because ye uti na wankasa won ye we bone video kwakwa na Freddy Kyei who happen to be one of the producers oni nkofo bebre aye adwuma e wo kronwa from Dad Lumba and Match Dede and Co and no pa say ono so no use sa road no that 31st now also do baby first and the shocking thing is a quite na hijack ADNAC accident another ya yes papa be a friend second chance or your wire your friend Stephen Adom Kyei or your den or 31st no 31st I me if I'm home ben some so me kobi they be or see they be Adom Kyei ya sorry members need to know among those in kwan no ya block baby ya nti nsema Freddy Kyei or no so all the two dry ya babaka oja
yeah I'm on for about 2:35 a.m. on a Friday 2nd January. Bisimu Thursday 1st January from Accra around 11 in the middle Nkoko around 12 around by one baby from 11 a.m. on 1st January up to 2:35 a.m. on 2nd January and I cut traffic from Accra to can't come call Chroma. About 2:35. I'm going back to Accra. So Osaka about Accra in the Accra, which one, but from Nkoko to Kumasi area, how you forget it. I don't know why. I'm so tired. The main highway for 3 days. 3 days. I'm tired.
Okay, so that was Freddie J. Our party said he's very tired. Now, yeah, be call incrophobia so ma start to air kasa about this. Saying he said this thing air question and yet remember say no one is against the church and Adom Kyei as a man of God because obi friend in Yameno na me no we in ho. But then if it has to do with affecting all of us our lives because ebimu di aduane ba ebimu appointment we have to talk about it because Adom Kyei anya no kwa na wa sorry okrum ha anya no kwa so na yesofo. There are other people who are almost more different religions. We all have to live like a family. We have to respect each other's religion by not hijacking a main or a major role. Regardless, so yen koni enko video yen kwa kutie in sema ebimu aka because anope ye say lawyer and human rights activist Oliver Barker-Vormawor in some way so no ono so aba kasa all parties say he does not understand why 21st century and Ghana obitimi ya sorry in a major road like this yetimi block it edeben pa na air course. Some people are even saying say yeti kroma say ene akwachi ebonowa inti ebonowa ya che no fine mo papa bi o block road no yenka say kwachi no na obechi ne kranka nye issue untimi ko stopping from blocking a major highway na Ghana please anyways yentie in sema Oliver Barker-Vormawor ekaye. You found two screens no so. Also yesterday, I hear some charlatan took over part of the Accra Kumasi road and used it for 31st night crossover. This is Oliver Barker-Vormawor. Or say in that or te say obi osom bosom a owie nkrofo sika a oye fake. He used the word charlatan. Charlatan. If I say obi o use nyankopon din edebo apo ene charlatan. So me church don't come for me. Until you see in that say obi sa sorry. And our blocky parts of the Accra Kumasi highway or the year 31st night crossover. So travelers were stuck on the road for 6 to 10 hours, sitting in their cars, not knowing what was happening. Traffic situation of immense proportion was created. And all parties say, according to four no more use our road, no more etio muke more chain, omunim the air course, say accident, say bibi nesi, we don't know. Ninyane say obi nipa bako sorry. No emergency security services were deployed to clear the road and arrest the bloody fools. Oliver Barker-Vormawor patch say, "Sad time as ankwasi same way air course so hijacking road." Ninyina say Adom Kyei also sorry no. Ghana police on almost fame. In fact, ebimu kra said they even went to guard the church and the pastor itself. Hypothetically, and yet we don't know if it's true. But regardless, so Ghana police was supposed to go there, clear the buses, because more sorry no on the side of the road. It shouldn't affect the road. Inti yan clear buses na aka wakan no park wakan nim no. Yan clear omu nyina na omo park around. Na 24 intimi kombra. Simple. Obi anka se menya sorry. And no party se onim die ntia mahama ban because wo mahama Oliver Barker-Vormawor fix the country demonstration. Fix the country demonstration. Chino. No kasa mahama we sanye man. Na Ghana fo nyina no kasa we Jimmy. And then mahama ba ama ye nyina yehu no so mfa so. Inti mahama bibi say ekoso a ade na wan kwache san krofo we or you we say they are bloody fools a Jimmy for. That's the word he used. No emergency security services were deployed. I can't know that. I woke up today expecting that maybe today law enforcement will do the needful, apologize to motorists, and now take swift actions to bring the people to book. Into a party say, and sorry, you know. Na dream say Ghana police are my intentem akwachi ebonowa. Because Montia said the interview be sorry akase nyankopon beba 25th. Intime kwa build the ark. Monso monti as nipa no create fear and panic. Mona mo cancer several makwachi nipa no. Nipa ono so blocking major road and ambulance timi nko. Aside from ambulance, bano, cars, a bit more appointment. Some of those people are even Christians. Sorry. Some people have appointments. Any meetings are very crucial. Time ne pa ho. Waso a machine will be do ho ewia too of no. Adom Kyei nyame a blocky road no. Into sorry no especially the Ghana police together with the relevant authorities will get up and issue a statement and beg the Ghanaian people yet because Adom Kyei and sorry members omo doors no kan year 2028 e be vote against you. And yet so na yen hwe han. Yen to aso no. I said no, they went to go and arrest Ebonowa instead. That he has caused fear and panic for building a ship no one took serious. And which did not imperil any life. And all parties say, yet I was a mokoche Adom Kyei. So all ton Adom Kyei nyame. So Adom Kyei abroke sorry. So Adom Kyei sorry in Crawford team come by ambulance abroke no. Makwa akochi Ebonowa. Ghana please why I didn't see na muye BBC and no price makwa akwachi Ebonowa ye den adan a yes Ebonowa ekwesi ship na Ebonowa ekwesi ship and obisa say ship na okwa build no Ghana for nyina nim say eye to the extent say one more ship ni yomo de be ka say eye content nti enda papa no one took it serious most o creative fear and panic for what you guys were in opposition. Now more complaining say yachichinko and then mo buy no obi bowa no takra na makwa kwachin NDC for power transient mun kai ni ye. And up I say akwachi Ebonowa and ye ja Adom Kyei. And according to insema Osajefo Oliver Bakabo mo no the right person anka was ye kwachi no Adom Kyei inti 31st night ne koso no wo mom kwachi Ebonowa no anka e was so mo kwa a friend is saying 31st night second chance no mo share Adom Kyei nobody handcuffs ekuni sent by now no on ye den be kwa denta because there why ye no why ya menkophobia eden lose very important things in the process and ye be na make sense e Oliver Bakabo mo won eka be chechi match so yanto so actual police work there you won't watch and do it well content creation in Kwan and up I say Ghana for is Ghana police no mini say content creation say den ni akwachi Ebonowa ni akwachi we eduma ho ho wasa mo ye no mu chesi obi a so build ship a ship no so our building yehu we know they see the ship meanwhile this people them go say they go arrest person way the person ohwe Ebonowa ni video screen wa try as a disclaimer wa kan some force obi a some be ship akwachi no them go arrest Ebonowa. So these are some of the things I tell for a course so a man for be than air kasa. Now you didn't be a craft in your here because obi amino kasi and as obi so edna no aba betuto san same way ya air koso and clearly nipa odna no aba betu san same way mu no wo sha de air koso ne ninje ho and all parties they be was so kasa minipa mba bebo ni din oso oyo hempon kese oye humpen kese nti no mo amoka so we should allow no otunfo po ni osha insema ekoso ne bu enju so ne bu enju so kra and I don't know if for some reason otunfo say to he was using that road that day na minim say bia say kwan no asante hin na minim say bia ono so sa day na eye insem no ana say 31st all night ne koso say bi no so e was say o use sa road na because eye ni media team Senti Nation amu Misha Palace or Mababe Kasa na NTBA di nyina ebe two screens no so it just tells you how serious this is and how people are not happy and I'm not sure say Otunfo say to in some year the team no na the media team na Babe Kano I'm not sure say o patch say Adom Kyei onja sorry all year no they be what he's saying is that we need to do the right things at the right time. Yes, that is it. Meno ka say Otunfo say to Asante Hene based on na no sema e course so a road no ya block into bon say we a road na amanfo e use e agogo in price road no because the main Accra Kumasi highway it was blocked and people and drivers had to use this road that unapproved that any kwanya car was a faso because Adom Kyei dua and Adom nyame wa block it sa stretch no na ho na Asante Nation omo na Kumasi Palace bibia efa Otunfo say tutu ho omo de betuja. And aside from that to this same Asante Nation no bibia efa Otumfuo say to ho ne kone ne bani ni media no, they bring out the press release first. Yeah, that's sorry Asante Hene say bibi ekoso. Na de ekoso no etiefo neni eye de enti ho nti owo kasa. Nti odin sem bebre aba betuja ye de betu screens no so omo the press release ni bi eto omo Facebook, omo Twitter. But then if you want to read in its entirety, the omo kan ya, we also urge you say obebo modi ana wako Twitter, because Twitter there are things say okohope obehu in some omo kan directly if you want to read it and see exactly what they are saying. Nti edeben pa na Asante Nation omoka inti wo hwe de wo screens no so a we ye da Asante Nation na mdi kan edituja no omo ye media team of official media team of Otumfuo Osei-Tutu and omo party say de ekoso aha Asantefo P because a major road and what say will be air than a block. Yen reading in some Otumfuo Osei-Tutu ni media organization omo di tuja or say what has occurred on the Accra Kumasi Highway following the December 31st watch night service is nothing short of a grave national security and traffic management failure. Into the Asante Nation patch say, dear course so Otumfuo said, dear course so Adom Kyei na sorry no. Cars ain't mean come bano. Ain't mean fi Kumasi emba Accra. Ain't mean fi Accra enko Kumasi no. A national security concern. Aside from that, to a great traffic management failure. As of now, traffic congestion linked to this event has persisted for over 72 hours. It's not like the whole issue have changed. And I said, the air question as assessor, still not there's traffic because that's like a 3 or 4 day event. 31st ombeko, Friday ombeko, Saturday ombeko, Sunday so ombeko. From now to Monday there, it's chimusa. Inti anya bibian fa traffic because of Adom Kyei traffic be see from now to next week. Why? And our patches say as of now, traffic congestion linked to this event has persisted over 72 hours, a deeply worrying situation on Ghana's busiest and most strategic trunk road. And our party said, "Idea we are cost 3 days. 3 days in Bemamu Nikroma." And yet, on the BBC and WCC. Also, for nearly 8 continuous hours on the night itself, the highway was virtually blocked in both directions. Vehicles could not move, ambulances were trapped, travelers missed international flights, sick persons were placed at serious risk, and many road users were subjected to inhumane conditions. According to Asante Nation, and more party say, for 8 hours, every car was stagnant. Na car na stagnant na bi mo so mu figana ekwa abrochime mu. And because of Adom Kyei, they missed their flights. And I wouldn't mean him say who booking flights now makes here scanner shegu for most of these airlines. Yeah, refund them out. Ashe. Inti ebi mo lose so flights they do $1,000, $2,000, $500. It's just a saying. Aside from that, to ambulance ebi mo ebi mo nya accident ye de omo kwa Accra reach 37 ni kolebu cars intimi nko. Inti if adness na credit card na was say they go hospital with the immediate effect you use that road na obebu. Instead say they go hospital much and you do kwakocho. And aside from that, to our party say a man for were subjected to inhumane conditions. The video show previously realized that some people were cooking in the middle of the road. Some people were basically taking a nap. Because which is very, 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 very bad. This is even more disturbing when one considers that the Accra Kumasi Highway is already narrow, overstretched, and operating for far beyond its intended capacity. Any reckless activity along this corridor is guaranteed to cause chaos, and this incident proves exactly that. And our party says, "Sa Kumasi Highway no, a way be very serious, a very crucial, Ghana, and also no way you start crying in the air, if I drive you crowd so you least mistake will be nyas in the way. Into kwani ya kitwa ye nyina ye manage no obisi or ye 31st night I'm a kwine why den wasum and our hijacking no wa hijack ye kwine no and no party say this idea a che say the Adom Kyei nyame ye no wanye ni ye akoso chaos yen to aso. Also, it must be stated clearly that the individual at the center of this disruption is a private person conducting his private enterprise under the name of a church. Prophet Adom Kyei Dia, a private citizen, chose to hold a mass roadside program without adequate traffic planning, effectively holding the entire nation hostage to his personal religious business. In Sama Asante Nation, Airpatch and say, Nipa na odi sa bone no ana niema na okosi sa traffic no. Nipa na private citizen, onya aban nipa. Or your private citizens say mene wo hwe me mene wo ye private citizens. And secondly to nipa no the private thing. Or ye na so which is a private church and ye Ghana for so a private church. Two, Adom Kyei no program na or ye wo roadside. Odim said the ye na be cause traffic. In terms also then to train in your to say planning and adequate planning can go on. And aside from that, the ye no we holding the whole nation hostage, which me say adina ekoso no we sisi bibia on mining to train on mining kind kono one man gina because of who the uyenti. And aside from that, to one other thing here is that or patch say Adom Kyei the oyen or ye for one personal religious business. One kasa sorry or see religious business because or see ento Adom Kyei ni manema a religious business. That is what Asante Nation is saying. Now it doesn't end there because a door so pa minim se min koso an church mu. But then ultimately, you know, I think so we have to do just that. Also, this is even more. Okay. Yentwaso. Also, no private individual, religious or otherwise, should be allowed to operate in a manner that paralyzes a nation highway and endangers lives. Freedom of worship does not extend to compromising national security, public safety, and free movement. And all parties say, the Adom Kyei no, I was here making sure say ANC, and ya unyame sum, and yet 31st night awo ye, and ya Adom Kyei nyame awo tonti. And nuntia na said you a quine corner a quine ba. No matter what, life goes on. Sene mi wua, if you say a koso, and now Adom Kyei dia or no so Yakupon ton in Safena, if you ask a koso. So you shouldn't do things at the end of the day, no. Obia where the hano. At the end of the day, no, it's not create safe environment for all of us. Or something you saw already here, free movement. Also, equally concerning was the lack of adequate proactiveness from the police MTTD, whose mandate includes preventing such foreseeable disruptions and critical national roads. On critical national roads, so I say the motor transports, the motor transport MTTD. Okay, the motor transport and transit MTTD. Ye more kind of so. Omako station will be on sika on sika free driver so but major roads say anke yin on ye hu there be. This was not a mere inconvenience, it was a dangerous breach with national security implications. These incidents should also force us to confront a long-standing national reality. It is no longer acceptable for a country of Ghana's size and economic importance to rely on a single major road linking Accra to Kumasi. And our party say the akwasono eyadia enye Eya so ye Bugana, ye Brasso, and ya Bambo, which is a national security. And aside from that too, I was saying Yankasa ye trans near Kasa, ye you so kind back. Empo Adom Kyei and ya sorry na oh ya. And Ankasebu accident is see ya, and a quina congested and Kasana this year now. So we need to find more alternatives. And I had a member Mahama bus because Mahama now say, or Babe a quine for fro, a new Accra to Kumasi expressway, I don't know, and yet ye use our traffic abound. So, I know the Mameka ewo. Yes, also so ewa ha. Or say the time has come now for multiple corridors between Accra and Kumasi. We can and must construct a modern expressway while maintaining the existing highway to serve different categories of traffic. This is redundancy, not a luxury. It's a basic requirement for national resilience, security, and economic continuity. Inti ha not say yen building more roads. Send a bear at the end of the day, no. BBC intimate trust. So say it is. For these reasons that I fully support the Accra Kumasi Expressway project, Ghana urgently need purpose, build highways that separate long distance, high speed traffic and local community activity. And not just so what to say, ye baby see new Accra Kumasi Expressway, Mahama Ebabisi into a bo abayna baso and not share abayni kutupa say or monkoswa and yes side. Also, however, a strong caution must be issued. After constructing the expressway, authorities must not repeat old mistakes. No churches, mass markets, event centers or private development should be allowed to spring up along the expressway in ways that compromise traffic flow or safety. An expressway defeated by roadside congestion will be a national embarrassment. And I'll just say, the Akoswa Adom Kyei wa hijack a kwai no. Ye make sure see ye see Accra Kumasi highway na e bin si biem. Enya fe ni be si Accra Kumasi highway no bi akosi asori won chen, no bi akosi hotel, no bi akosi event center. And what see yes because Adom Kyei na asori ba kupo hwebra ye bre. Ni yes ankako ya a different road. Accra Kumasi no asanko si asori fofo wo ho and what say si and no use word say bibi say si a national embarrassment. Also this incident should serve as a national wake up call and not only for one church or one watch night service but for all mass public events across the country. Traffic impact assessment, crowd control plans, emergency access rules, and environmental and noise assessment must become compulsory conditions before permits are granted. We cannot build critical national infrastructure with one hand and undermine it with regulatory indiscipline using the other. Public safety, national mobility, and national security must always come first. And all parties say, the year was here making sure that one more Adom Kyei dua permit so unsi asori no anka was here man the permit man isi asori no ewo ekwan chen. Anywhere else is fine. And aside from that too, one more person may event centers around major roads. One more person may real estate major roads. It is not possible because yes now car no kopa it creates traffic e bia nye and all parties say was Ghana yembra no MTTD, the National Road Safety Commission, the Ministry of Roads, the Ghana Police, the Ghana Army. They need to make sure that this thing does not go on all because of one man. In the Asante Nation they added Adom Kyei the image or more added a drone shot of a year how the whole cars were congested, and even down below no a scene I was sure their pace. In fact, they dropped it today, 2nd January 2026. Asante Nation, Otu for the media, any of them, so cover Otu for the Minister Palace activity. So clearly, you know, personally, I'm happy to say, on my out, Ababe Kasa, because Sana Midi can and when to make one Kasa with you bonnet. These things are a caution, and what's a caution? Once again, let me say here and let me retrace that no one is against Adom Kyei. Obia and Tino, Obia and Casame Manenya, sorry, but then a critical road like this, no, a idea said you was seeing na ye kanye who say a critical, a bimo air hospital, a bimo appointment, and no, and a Asante Nation air casa. People had to cancel their flights. Do you know how much one flight costs? Uko US about within this festive season, you can pay as much as $2,700. It is no joke. Now we lose flights all because of the Adom Kyei, and you'll be asking to be to me bookie a plane night the aqua. So that is in summer anyway air course. So let us know what you think in the comment section. In summer air course, you saying, do you think and answer, do you support these arguments are air course and this whole issue air course and could be raising concerns. So let us know what you think because there were more updates to her and then some lady bandy I think the life might even extend to like 3 or 4 hours. But regardless, no, we day inside. It's a bit movie on here quite the next issue because as we said, there are a lot of things are air course and then we are definitely here to give you more updates as all of these various events will continue to unfold. After for Minuka says, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he has given a nation address. That few days ago, I think 31st to 1st, no, Dr. Baumia Emma a nation address. And according to him, Ghana for bread and this for promising Yama be mobile no meeting man here. I don't say regardless, so congratulate John Dramani Mahama for his first year in office. But then Mahama saw Emma's speech, and Mahama's speech was somehow different. Whilst Baumia was bashing Mahama for doing everything wrong and ruining Ghanaian lives wrong, Mahama said, you know, we all have political differences. Election was 1 year ago. So ye MPP ni, so ye NDC ni, Otumami one mami Ghana and the priority ye. Ghana was say a conkind because and then Mahama miniwa the nation still goes on. And you know Mahama in his nation address in Chibia video wako channel and all parties say Ghana for election ye but then unyamu nyina mumbua ene montiasie ene abutoyim ene mo direction na yintimi fa oye omine de enkuninim nti se wo MPP ni se wo PNC ni or sraw. This is the time we need to come together as a people. This is the time we need to come together as a nation. Yenko tie in summer His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or the Tuja. Yeba, we continue.
Good evening, fellow citizens. As we stand at the threshold of a new year, I come before you with a heart full of gratitude and renewed determination. Tonight, as families gather across our beloved nation, from the shores of Keita to the savannah plains of Bolgatanga, from the forests of the western region to the vibrant streets of Kumasi and Accra, I extend my warmest wishes to every Ghanaian, wherever you may be. A happy new year to all my fellow citizens. Exactly 6 days from now, we shall mark the first anniversary of the sacred oath I took before God and country. It was a solemn commitment to reset Ghana and build together the nation we all deserve. I can confirm that the promise of renewal we made was not mere rhetoric. It was a covenant, and we have begun to deliver on that covenant. 1 year ago, we inherited a nation in distress, an economy on its knees, unemployment crushing our youth, infrastructure crumbling, public trust eroded, and hope dimming in the eyes of our people. We were told that the recovery would take a generation, but I knew something our critics did not know. I knew the resilient spirit of the Ghanaian people. At the dawn of the new year, I stand before you to say our beloved nation Ghana is rising again. We've accomplished a lot together in the past 12 months through prudent management and difficult but necessary reforms. We've reduced inflation from the distressing levels above 23% by the end of 2024 and are hopeful to end 2025 with inflation at single digits of just above 5%. We have achieved relative currency stability and on track to be ranked among the best performing currencies in the world for 2025. We're accelerating economic growth and creating more opportunities for our young people. We've restored business confidence and have seen a significant increase in both domestic and foreign direct investment. We've restored Ghana's credibility with our international partners, successfully completed the renegotiation of our debt obligations on terms that protect our sovereignty while at the same time ensuring sustainability. We're beginning the process of exiting the IMF program with dignity, not as supplicants, but as partners. Our young people are Ghana's greatest assets. We're beginning to see significant growth in sectoral performance. Construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and services are showing very strong growth. This is creating a new opportunity for decent employment for our youth. Infrastructure is the backbone of development. We have begun the rehabilitation of over 2,000 kilometers of roads nationwide. We've restored a consistent supply of electricity and are expanding the rural electrification network to more than 1,000 additional communities. My countrymen and women, Ghana's image on the international stage has been positively boosted by our well-acclaimed reset agenda. This reset involves a new way of looking at things both domestically and globally. Domestically, our reset agenda is seeing a resurgence of faith in our democracy. It is delivering a leaner and more efficient administration. It is yielding greater accountability in government and a re-energized fight against corruption. At the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, I took the advantage of the global platform to share Ghana's vision with the world. The Accra Reset Initiative is a comprehensive framework for the sustainable transformation of our global governance system. This vision will address the inequalities in the current global system and reset it to create greater opportunities for Africa and other countries of the global south. Ghana's call for a global reset will address interconnected challenges of our time, and I'm committed to leading it alongside other world leaders. This is our moment. This is Ghana's moment to lead. To our fellow Africans across this great continent, Ghana's story is a part of Africa's renaissance. The challenges we face are not unique to us. They are the common inheritance of our shared history and the collective responsibility of our shared future. We in Ghana have proved in 2025 that democracy works, that peaceful transitions of power strengthen us rather than weaken us, and that African solutions to African problems are not just slogans but achievable realities. As Ghana rises, we extend our hands to our neighbors and our partners across Africa. Together, we can and shall build the Africa we want. Together, we can prove to the world what is possible when developing nations are given the space and support to chart their own course. We invite the world to invest in Ghana's transformation, not out of benevolence, but out of the enlightened self-interest in a more stable, prosperous, and sustainable world. My dear compatriots, as satisfying as our achievements of 2025 are, they are but the foundation. The architecture of the Ghana we want must now be built on this foundation. In 2026, we shall accelerate and expand. Every child deserves a world-class education. We'll continue digitalizing our schools and ensure every classroom has the tools for 21st century learning. We shall operationalize universal health coverage through the free primary health care program, ensuring that no Ghanaian is denied care due to inability to pay. Through the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, we'll stretch a hand of support to our people suffering from non-communicable diseases. We shall make Ghana food self-sufficient and transform agriculture from subsistence to a thriving commercial activity through mechanization, value addition, and market access. We're working to achieve 30% share of renewable energy in our national energy mix, reducing costs and protecting our environment. We shall deliver social housing through public-private partnerships, and we shall intensify the fight against corruption with no sacred cows. Every CD belongs to the people of Ghana and must be accounted for. We'll implement the recommendations of the Constitutional Review Committee to make our 1992 Constitution an even greater guide for the consolidation of our democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, governments do not build nations alone. They do that with the cooperation of the citizenry. As we enter 2026, I call upon each one of you. First, our young people. You are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders of today. Take ownership of this reset agenda. Innovate, create, and build. Ghana needs your energy and your ideas and your commitment. To our entrepreneurs and business leaders, invest in Ghana, build your businesses that create jobs and wealth for yourselves and for the Ghanaian economy. I pledge to maintain a conducive environment for your businesses to thrive. Your commitment must be to seize the opportunities that we create. To our civil society and media partners and watchdog institutions, continue to hold us accountable. A vibrant democracy needs your critical voice. We might not always agree, but we shall always respect the role you play in strengthening our nation. To our traditional leaders and faith-based communities, you are the custodians of our values and the anchors of our community. Help us build social cohesion and national unity, and help us nurture the moral fabric that holds our society together. To the public servants, yours is a noble calling. Serve with integrity and efficiency and dedication. The people's trust in government depends on your daily conduct. And to our diaspora community, you are Ghana's global ambassadors. Continue to make us proud wherever you are. When you can bring your skills back home, your resources and network, please do so. Ghana needs you. We are one people with a shared destiny. Whether you voted for me or not, whether you supported the NDC or not, we are all Ghanaians. And this reset is for all of us. There's no NPP Ghana, there's no CPP Ghana or NDC Ghana. There's only one Ghana. That Ghana our forebears fought for and shed their blood to give us our freedom. Let us reject the politics of division and embrace the patriotism of nation building. Let us disagree without being disagreeable. Let us compete in the marketplace of ideas without treating our opponents as our enemies. The challenges that we face are too urgent, and the opportunities before us are too precious for us to waste our time and energy in needless conflict. I see a Ghana where every child, regardless of their background, can dream and achieve those dreams. I see a Ghana where hard work is rewarded, a Ghana where merit triumphs over mediocrity, a Ghana where integrity is celebrated and where corruption is punished. I see a Ghana where our young people don't have to risk their lives crossing the Sahara or the Mediterranean in search of opportunities, because those opportunities would abound right here at home. I can see a Ghana where our senior citizens live in dignity, and where our sick are cared for, and where our vulnerable are protected. I see a Ghana that is respected on the global stage for the quality of our democracy, the vibrancy of our economy, and the character of our people. I see a Ghana that is a light unto Africa and a beacon unto the world. This is not wishful thinking. This is the Ghana we're building together. This is the Ghana that is within our reach. As we enter 2026, let us move forward together with confidence, determination, and faith. Faith in God, faith in Ghana, and faith in ourselves. Let us build on the foundation we have laid, and let us work harder, let us dream bigger, and achieve even greater things. Let us prove that the promise that inspired our founding fathers and mothers, and the promise that has sustained us through trials and challenges, is not just a promise, but a prophecy that is waiting to be fulfilled. May God bless you all. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Happy New Year, and may 2026 bring us all the prosperity, peace, and progress that we deserve as a nation. I thank you, my countrymen and women.
Okay, so a very big welcome back. That was the president of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, saying, "So we should all come together, come together regardless of our party affiliations." But then on this same vein, you know, they called the next important issue. Many occasions is here, and Ghana Army, the Ghana military, or Marco Kwache, some soldiers almost storming Ghana, almost passing through Ghana Army. Now, this is a very serious news. This is very serious. And after this video, because John Kuma now so for Lillian Kuma 31st night, Okase Mahama should be very careful at our borders. I don't know if Enrona air banana, but then that story, there's something that happened. For clarity, people will think that this is a horse, and now we let us put this on the screen. Also, 17 armed Burkinabe soldiers arrested in Ghana. Now, very soon you see the pictures, the videos, and the weapons that are used. Remember, I said it takes just an army of 10 to 20 to stage a coup d'etat. I don't want to get into the nitty with, but we'll share how Rollins succeeded in his coup d'etat. And Kofuku maybe na omu rally other soldiers ne count. Inti name the entire Burkinabe soldiers we omu pie Ghana. And also the Ghana army. Now, before I read what is on the screen, so I just want you to have a glimpse of the weapons omu use. So please, pictures here, the two screens no. Real pictures and AI. Osha say now because the very Osha say the timestamps, which is the dates and time or take his pictures no. So real we the weapons are no mukuta. We kodie accoutrements are no mukuta. Other one also you could see some of the things they were using. They were using motorbikes on Mura Ghana border, your bush and your forest name. So we shall say now watch our dates on 30th December 2025. And away so stretch no muyu. So the question is, what really happened? Again, is here, why are these Burkinabe soldiers under the order and are acting under the order of military ruler Ibrahim Traore? Why did they storm Ghana? But then let's start off with this particular one near front two screens. No, so we'll show the whole screens. No, so you better come Metro TV. So be relax. I'll say 17 heavily armed men believed to be Burkinabe soldiers were arrested by Ghanaian security agencies at Wuru in Sisala East District of the Upper East region following reports from residents. The suspects, who claimed they had mistakenly crossed into Ghana while on patrol, were later released on the directive of national authorities with their weapons returned after intervention by a delegation from the Ghanaian embassy in Burkina Faso. So these men, almost no more patrol, it's here for. My example, if I say Ghana has 31st night as soldier, police for near soldier for patrol. You name the base no mako pie Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso for to almost oh near patrol is legal ni be pie Burkina Faso. This does not make sense. Now, if some far we into screen, see we are near the origin of the story if you Metro TV or Eba. Sika official said a group of 17 Burkina soldiers have been found inside Ghanaian territory. Seen here. Near the northern border of Wuru, where they were setting up a fortified positions with sandbag. See, people who know me believe coming military near there because I like military stuff. It's therefore, so set sandbag, you are going for war. Any military person be all set sandbag or call for war. We need sandbag. Anya on say yes no area yet in so to na baby yiri na kan timi nkwa ye de anua egu kotokum na ye de sisi ye de atoto kwan wo se na be nsuo no to a anua ne sanse egu kotokuo nti no ente nti no ebe fortified and a sandbag, but then soldiers use sandbag to create a fortress more like a pillar. So that we shoot two or more, the sandbag can stop the bullets because who you say to I'm not trying to encourage Ghana, but who you say to say sandbag no who shoot to a be femu but ain't mean penetrate sir at the point it be slow bullets ne down na I stop it the penetration from hitting the bullet. So why were these Burkina soldiers using sandbag? And why were they trying to create a fortified territory? It's a territory no more or more guard. Why? That is the big question. Also, Ghanaian security forces detained them after their presence and raised alarms among officials and local residents concerned about potential threats in the area. In Tomo Park said Ghana security for some reason, one monitor who said BBC bit Makoso. And look at the coincidence. The thing happened from 30th to 31st. What are they trying to do? Are they trying to do any 31st December stuff? That is the big question. Yebisa. In Ghana for authorities, say quickly. And raise the alarm. Emma military camps around say we na air course mumbra ni intimi stop. And quickly now and I said the people they have been overpowered. The people involved have been overpowered. And on there was some surrender. Also, the soldiers explained that they were on a routine patrol and had accidentally crossed the border, but authorities treated the situation seriously due to the number of weapons and the military style set up. In Tiebisam said, also a soldier from where? From Burkina Faso. What are you doing in Ghana's territory? Or say, yeah, patrol. And ye be Pia, ni cross a hasi a Ghana. And the Ghana military said there be. And some who came there and we don't believe you. So quickly, what they did was they seized the weapons of these people. Weapons. So now I will join here. These are the weapons. These are ammunitions. Second womb. It's here for. I wish there was an arrow. There's a particular picture. The Hamas for use somebody to bomb echo Israel no. Na ebidaho eba obehu missile and missile. Into picture way back for beba. And tell me says some missiles you for be pia when you do patrol. Like, for real, are we serious? Is this what we use to go to patrol? And is this what we use in patrolling? Ghana soldiers may be patrol. They don't use the missile and that on the far left of the screen. We idea to go poo. We and other patrol. And a Ghana police for extra more. Now, I know Musansu could have vest that. Our vest, a protective vest. I'll shoot 2 more air and call more. And then the Ghana military was saying, Sina mobile and I'm use sandbag. It creates a be a shoot 2 more and come on. Any idea, no. We see something different. So they arrested them, okay? They seized their equipment and they edit 2 screens, no. And also, no, they confined them and almost destroy territory and almost try some secure, no. They destroyed it. Now, after all these things had gone on, no, and almost catch Burkina Faso for said, this is what has happened. Munkophobia be pia. Do you know? That's all any mamo, yes, someone a mistake and yeah. Into the pamacho. So after diplomatic discussions between Ghana and Burkina Faso, the men were released and the equipment returned. Both countries agreed to enhance coordination and prevent future border incidents. So the big question is, okay, so has no patch say, omo kasa kasaya Burkina Faso embassy in Ghana and a Ghana embassy in Burkina Faso, omo kasa kasaya na omo kaso ke be releasing when you releasing for and sanso di omo weapon them and omo promises to work together, say be say ANC. But then usha no for Boko Haram ne niyama na ekoso Nigeria ho no, Nigeria no fo no, Ghana yangade enough ni year. Bibi say betimesi. Yes. And this is a very, 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 very big question. Now, back to Metro TV. Yeah, if I were into screens, so if you Metro TV online, basically, the na canon and where be na no so or more or more air can ever hasi. But then, okay, be what hasi. Let me break this down. Or say, according to an immigration officials swiftly move in after receiving the alert, ambush the group and convey them. In conformity set up, no matter this will be a woman. But obi alert you almost say, Yanum Fwabe Abe Ghana, Manya Wada. Inti military, they didn't just move to them because if they had moved to them directly one-on-one, they would have exchanged gunfight. Ye kum Burkina Faso soldiers so Burkina Faso betimaka say ebia ye no more war, then the two countries will start fighting amongst each other. So they ambushed them. Ya tetomo ena osha ye tiomo. Inti say according to an immigration officers swiftly moved in after receiving the alert, ambushed the group and conveyed them together with their weapons to the immigration office for further action. During the interrogation, the suspects claimed they were Burkina Faso soldiers on routine patrol who had inadvertently crossed into Ghana after losing their way. Despite the explanation, the soldiers were held for several hours before a directive from national authorities led to their release around 9 p.m. Their weapons were returned following day after a delegation led by officials of the Ghanaian embassy in Burkina Faso visited the area. Wuru is located within Nazenga Forest Range, an area that has raised security concerns in recent years. And now, say, baby, as Sankofo ko convey no, baby, national security, yakase. Sankofo ni ebeba wa sa hono sa Nazenga Forest Range no, enombe yusu. Inti asoja for immigration for many adahopa yi. In the wake of all of these insurgencies, omo very much alert. Intino, omo to share question nkofo so ni efi Burkina Faso ye patrol no eni lusu ye kwan ni be pie ukrom ha say. And ultimately Ghana embassy ni Burkina embassy omo delegation ko omko kasa ye release omo. Yen to aso. Also between 2022 and 2023, residents reported repeated movements of armed men suspected to be terrorists within farmlands in the forest zone. In the part said between 2022 and 2023, one more mote buru hono almost also bend the Nazenga forest no. Omo kachenko for any authorities, the Ghana police and beyond say inkofo back around that forest sankofo yo mo be suspected so omo ye terrorists. Inti Boko Haram stand omo yusu ya no. They'll enter the forest, they'll create a camp, they'll recruit people, and before I realize they've seized the whole area. It won't say Kakra Ghana and northern part cry one shame to me. So 2022 there was a complaint. 2023 there was a complaint. Because terrorists no, you believe some terrorists. Terrorists start if they always want to go into the forest, to share Boko Haram ISIS, they enter the forest because it is very much hard to find them. It is very, 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 very much hard to find them because they blend into, a friend is saying, the forest, the set into bar, shooting them and getting them very difficult. And that is the same thing on person here in Ghana forest. Also, community members have complained that the presence of such armed elements has disrupted farming, hunting, and other livelihood activities. Intelligence reports suggesting a possible return of suspected terrorist elements in the area have been circulating since December 2025. According to intelligence, any Ghana police, any Ghana army, way back in January, last year, January 2025, and I'm going to say, terrorists for no ayo madwin say by December, omba be pie Ghana. Na omu beba at a time in Kofo di bronya na yini enkomo so. Intina Ghana police for no mate. Hey, Allah Akuba. Ghana police for no mate. No maka say okay. This is the intelligence that we've got. So once these people are planning, say, oh, holidays, you the military, the police, ebi ma kwa humujie, ebi mo holidays no, ebi time use sa time a break, but that is the time na yes ye prepare amomo. Into sha or say December 2025 omo your margin so beba omo bana police for trail na soldier for trail na Ghana immigration for trail and a pabam yakoso. Personally, I have my own opinion about this. Ghana, we need to be very careful because a chronicler you lose so northern region which means the only useful region will be from Broma to central region, which means they can come down and even seize the other regions. So our military have to be very active because they create try in Asia and coup d'etat countries. So coup d'etat, coup d'etat, so they want to expand their territory. Obi wana Ghana ye can French. So yambo Mahama Basso. Yambo soldiers for na Basso because social intelligence no, they even picked it so many months ago. And how shy I did course 2022 when Mahama problem. 2022 of course, so they fought an attack. 2023 of course, they also stopped and fought an attack. And 2025 of course. So what is the agenda here? What is the agenda here? So in some way, and so definitely, I would like to get your opinion about this because media in someone Charlie. And the question is, why did we even release them and give them their weapons back? Weapons was easy. Near Cassia investigation at the right time, no, yet more. But we giving their weapons back, no, Charlie, yo. Anyways, that is in summer air course. Now, you better also because I told you, say, Obiswa Babe Kasa, just 31st December, before this, in some way, baby Pimuno, John Kumanere or your software, and also Essenkom and or patches on the day. We wouldn't be brave, but you won't a fat Ghana when they say Ghana, your border, no. I was here, careful. Now, this was after news, no, a buy. Into no, Kamia Kwese woman we in the prophecy, no, a yabim. I don't know. Yenti Sama Lilian Kuma, the ex-wife of former Deputy Minister of Finance, John Kuma or the Tuja.
Pray for safety. Again, this one I don't want to go that line. But I see a political attack. A political attack. A supernation is planning against Ghana. They are planning against us, but the prayers of the righteous will invade. A supernation is planning against this land. Seriously. They are planning against us. They want to find ways and means to make this government fail woefully. And if it was just about noise like that, we would have let it settle. But it will attack lives. The purpose of it is that the government will fail. And it's a foreign attack. It's not internal opposition. They are going to attack this current government. The intention is for it to fail. But they are because of what they want to achieve, the attack is coming against lives and properties. For the first time, we will hear strange things if prayer and care is not taken. Let the government be serious with our borders, especially the one that leads to the northern side. We should be extra careful there. Very, very much. This thing I'm talking about is not likely to pass the first quarter. We should pray. But let's pray throughout the year. Again, there will be a shift somewhere. Batons will change hands. But may the will of God be done.
In Jesus' name.
May the will of God be done.
Amen.
May the will of God be done.
Amen.
May the will of God be done.
Amen.
May my message is to you, how you will win. And that is the key I came to give you. My assignment over the years has always been to you, the individual believer, to make sure you employ and deploy the keys in the kingdom for your safety and for your victorious living. That's all. Employ these ones and you'll be safe. We are not afraid of what the enemy is devising, Because we know he that be for us is greater than the one that is against us. Watch out. There is a prayer burning in me. We should cry for the nation. But other than that, on the side of God, we will green kwa. I mean, we say, "Yechi sank of one pabuano or montani." And you mudibre. Baby, I see a shemwan, and don't become a victim. So, be bomb pie and one when you at the home. Now, what bay ready 2026? Obon some to me for when you hana muta. And yajuma. The one when you and the hot ya. Yenamu yemuno. And yet, boss, the open mojano, omania brepa. Then so ready babuaye. Bon sema Jesus. I have.
Okay, so that was a year John Kumane in summer or the Tudra. Meno Casino, no a year Garmanche Edin Simbia Babe Tudra. And honestly, let me applaud him because we one of the most prominent chief in Ghana, which is Otunfo say to Tua. Ni pass is here no Babe or rank second on see huno na namon nisen na oya ni mano. A year very visible, oya young, oya handsome. A year Papaya always screen so oya Garmanche. Now Papi or the Nsimbi Ababe Tuja, for those of you who know or your Gaman say D and different Kensaki Teku true the second. Now or the Nsimbi Ababe Tuja say in January 2026, BBC will be out Taku Beach, Labadi Beach near the Aditi Semia, and out who used to the Teshi Road like me. Bon say, oh, you should Teshi Dungwa Road. In fact, even on a day, weekday like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you see some Mofra Bebre and Namkwaho in Shona no. Ebi mo ton fish, ebi mo nam ho, ebi mo ye fishing boat. Now there's nothing wrong with doing a fishing boat, but then if you have to be in school, you have to be in school. Personally, I visited Jamestown, and if it's a maybe Brakasa, and it was shocking to see some young people as young as 8, 9, 11 years. They were on the ship and on the boat fishing instead of being in classroom. And up saying crime for a cancer same way I'm a individual concern because they want the Ghana people you almost in terms of education. And there's a common thing, and now there's a common misconception say in crime phone pay school, in crime phone pay juma. So to change that, or no government was so then nice you. In some sense, some or part say from 2026 or back and nam kwa no one cool school. Ye bisa na uncle school si o minim who parent ye ba becho. They will come and arrest you, the parent. Yenti eye in some pay edit to your baba kebetu.
Ba se ko wo ba wo mla ye gan. Beke ni aba pale school pe. Ni aba na le yen so na aba mo le. Abamole ke asia nikaya ni na follow ye je hu abamowo be isani wahani nikasemo wodo nikasemo ape oti e ha wo bi ye.
Okay. In some kind of crime, but on thing crime, and I may break it down to a patch. Say very soon is this 2026. No, you saw Banam Kwan or Banco school or Batiti ye ba ni ebisa ba na se manko school ye abofran ye ebisa ni ye ba wo parents on ya bet so you be could do be court because you the parents have to ensure say ba no akọ school. So this is an initiative personally I'm applauding because for your citizens to actually meet the current demands in society and also go school, they have to be educated. Now, they can carry on the Ghana heritage, the Ghana culture, and also carry on the Ghana Adangbe legacy. It is the same way in our air course. But regardless, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama information about Betuja. Now, Sabra Minuka say, Afina Kweye, the legal practitioner and CPP members, your friend CPP member Bakwefene Kwame Joanta. Or that Betuja say, Mahama administration or dream pobia or person Ghana for but then the issue is that some people in the party must start defeating purpose. So for Mahama to do the needful, now at the end of the day, he will not end up like Akufo-Addo. He has to start cracking the whip, which means that 2020 I was say a reshuffling, I was say a sacking crop for. Yenti in some more kind of breed, I will be a bar, a better
Assemblyman, Deputy Minister, Minister, Parliamentarian, vice president, president, goes into opposition, comes back as president. The journey of President Mahama. This entire journey is showing the experience he has. The understanding at every level is showing the experience he has. No president in this country has gone into opposition and come back. Name. My own beloved Nkrumah, once he was unfortunately horned out by these same MPP people, couldn't come back to this country. And I believe if Nkrumah had come back, this country would have even blossomed more than when he started. So the experience of President Mahama is creating what we are seeing today, because he has been in all the facets of governance, from assemblyman. How many presidents in this country have been assemblymen? Name.
None comes to mind.
None comes to mind. And it shows the depth of his understanding of the problems of this country. He came in, everything he did, ditto, ditto, ditto. His cabinet, his economic dialogue, his this, his that, ditto, ditto, ditto. Has he deviated from what he promised us so far in this last year? Tell me if he has. Yes, one or two things he said, he hasn't, he has gone back on it, but probably there was a reason. And I give an example of when he indicated that those who have reached retirement, they do not have the right to come back. But we saw him bring back the IGP. So for me, that was a question mark there. But apart from that, tell me what it is that he hasn't been able to fulfill. And opposition people will tell you, and when I say opposition people, I mean the main opposition party will tell you, oh, he has taken how many ministers? 60, eh? Is it 60?
Currently 58. Currently 58 now.
58.
Yeah.
But go to the other areas, Parliament, what do you call it? Flagstaff House. He has put so many people there. Is it happening? Didn't it happen in the past government? It happened. For me, I think he's been able to steady the ship that was listless. What he came to meet, the challenges Ghanaians were going through. But one thing should be very clear to all of us. Don't the people seem to have confidence in what he's doing? And when you feel that confidence, you can judge that going forward, things are going to change. And let me give you an example of what I mean. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Was it last week? Was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. The finance minister made a significant payment of $709 million towards Ghana's Eurobond obligation on December 30th, 2025. This payment brings the total Eurobond repayments made in 2025 to about 1.4 billion. Was the time up for him to make those payments? But he's made it. What does that give you? It gives you confidence that you have a government that can move this ship forward. However, it's just one day. It's just one year. Going forward, he needs to be able to make sure that the appointees he's put in place will stick to the vision he has. Because once that starts tilting, it creates problems for him. And he has to be the headmaster who can crack the whip when he needs to crack the whip, especially in terms of making sure that the economy stays the right path.
All right, Ashafo, yeah, to us only accord this particular issue. Now, the person who on the screens no, Ebunowa. In fact, a Phoebe a sign. Papewi ne watching ye pa. Now we gave you an update last time. Say Ebunowa was arrested, and subsequently, and no PM of course. Now we share earlier updates here the bro on this particular matter. We told you say Ebro go P court a year judge can say Ebunowa charges near the born on a day. Emuye du ye pa, but then ye finding court. Psychiatric hospital a pantine. Near question now, Jimmy, who says, Sebio, I don't know all ye nikaya because for you to be there and say, Yanku Pomba, oh, build this ship, and even over a year court crown, Shempabwa si de be o village no, any the OG no HS in Pabwa, a tiwa de into one Shempabwa, and a court ni say, judge ni say de be. Ebunowa, ye nim issue or and any issue on a Ghana for any some people have. But before I bet try no, and it didn't bet to try no. I will see who's a nipa na, edna kujina asem biano. Nipa no, or ye of sane mind. Michemu ya, na dreamu daho. Because ebia for all you know, near sebi any bodam for, and a eden, a de bodam for na kokot, ubi a sebi na dreamu nye. Intino, yen fanon ko pantan, yen kwe yen de feno psychological evaluation. Into that is exactly what we are seeing. But then, arrest ye any same way nyina eba no amanfo bebiri astarte kasa amanfo abisa say oh ebuno wa ye kwache no is it for trends another because papa yi de na oye nyina okache Ghana for say de oye no content creation or create content. In fact videos bebiri wo hokra na say bi wo sha or the ato ho goes say oye den or the disclaimer to was said the oye no content and also disclaimer to video so it's a ban send here kwache no me know ka say many people have been reacting to this it's very soon you be share inkofo bibiri o mababeka Shatawale manager ababeka sa concerning and about the arrest of Ebunowa and also inkofo bibiri ababeka sa earlier on you say Oliver Bakavomo in some of the two indirectly no criticize the Ghana police for arresting Ebunowa and leaving someone and someone like your friend is saying Adom Kyei into clearly na manfo bibria start kasi be hwe ni nyina and also videos are eba obi to say Avram Bemushi or the Sembia Babi so he's talking and calling out the government about the arrest of Ebunowa. Michemu all of these people are saying say #free Ebunowa. So first of all, no, as I said, Ebunowa was arrested for charges he is causing fear and panic after a year or the two social media saying Yankopon ebeba on the 25th of December. In the 25th of December na Yankopon beba no na ochire say okwako build this ship. Into that was one of the charges are Ebunowa. And secondly to additional charges are courts and prosecutors ni agent so edia charge pay. The fact say people came all the way from Liberia to join Ebunowa's boot. So according to the prosecutor, no, Papa we can say initially in yesterday, but the fact say we be feeling man so abakroom has say or back abe free Ebunowa boots no. And also who say a idea very 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 serious. So once obiaba say your friend is saying oba be free Ebunowa ni boots no dear and you will see who's be and seven eduno at the end of the day no. Emu ayedu pa. So that is exactly what is really going on. Now I told you say one person now also wababe kasa inua bema Samifle so happen to be the manager of Shatawale. But before I bet to ask no a video of Avram Bemushi or say arresting Ebunowa. Like are we serious even as a nation? Ebunowa why no wo krom ha no nim say Ebunowa dey now all a fake and a content. A content creation to UGD at your own risk. Regardless, no, so Ebunowa ye boni bi po a yen bisa ye ho as a nation say yakwache Ebunowa sebiu Ebunowa yakwache no ba sofo bi wo krom ha say omaye de sense a oma hyenkoma ambem. In fact obi create me gina pulpit e ka say wo president wo benya plain class wo bewu yankwache no all because sebiu or the nyankopon nipa abata ni din ho. Avram Bemushi party said this is stupidity at its highest peak. Inti yenko tie insema Avram Bemushi edituja concerning this particular issue. When we come back, you better share the likes of Sami Banflex, who happen to be the manager of Shatawale, and I believe Sasako is also monitoring this issue because I pay Okupim on Rapaholic. I say so. It's actually a sad thing.
Mati someone kwachi na oman be ni eti mo. Mati say yakwachi yachi guy way. Ebonowa. Sir, Ebonowa, why are they? Why cause you fear and panic? Now, you're paying for no, me pamuchewo, and then Ebonowa, any are soft one. Why any cause you fear and panic? I will grow him. Fire will jam ho. Mwa kwa kwachi Ebonowa. You're serious one. Ebonowa or your content creator. What do you say, Bonowa? And then the plan is on Kobe Ark, no, or by yes or by Aku. Grow. First video out or yeah, crano, or the laughter at which on any bra and a core and ponano. And will be both with you. And or your content creator, and or far camera keke. And or yeah, hey, me you know what? Na yensio nyankopon. And na mu Ghana fo ya. Muso so. Mu na muso so na ode ne hu gi mu. Enya dia wa plan on bubo boat bi on bubo boat and you obi boat we see the baby. And or ye video keke. And na mu Ghana fo yara. Mo de mu hu gi m. And na mo ma de ne trende. And on also say me petrend dada enti ade ne ho aba me de me ho bagim eno ano no police fo akwache no na weja fire weja ho
ayefo inti we na ekoso o pa che se nkofo bi ni na mo fire oja mu nyina ne nan ho obeka se ne blasters e be she blasters be she ne blasters a she blasters ene blasters enche na blasters say oka a bi ne beba on nam ho regardless no Ebonowa issue no enye eye papa nkwa ene de na no aba betum Sami Barflex who is an entertainment pundit and also currently working as Shatawale's manager and PR or the Simbia aba betum. Also President Mahama will say the law is the law. But the way this particular one is going calls for more conversation among people in the content creation industry, the religious industry, and the legal industry. We need to speak out before it's late, because it can happen to any of us in the near future. According to Sami Barflex or Pacha say, and then oh, the law is the law is working. But then this guy clearly stipulated what he's doing is content creation. Why na only chroma onim say Ebonowa de oye no or for content purposes. Obienim. If you were to believe it, and if you believed what he was doing, you believed it at your own risk and peril. That is exactly what papi can purchase. And then no papi sema abe can yen ye pa, because it's it could be me and as it could be you. Regardless, no, I told you, sir, the entire the Ghana police and one argument they also make say or more take this serious is because of how international news organizations are actually carrying this story. Osha, if you complex, will be away in US. Was a complex one of the biggest news portal outlets in the United States of America. Omukra reports here, Osha, or say Christmas doomsday scammer Ebonowa has been arrested. Initially, before complex LSR report to be out, no medical dero US network so say papa bi asem kom Ghana has say if you see eba ni wiye. So some people actually believed it. Some people actually believe say we ABC. So complex was just like, okay, the person who said say nyankopon beba no nyankopon enyamba. So they were even questioning, is he a fake prophet? And he's a fake prophet. Why is the Ghanaian authorities not arresting him? So the same complex no and mobile no say nipa na ye kana asem ni achino unye. So that is what Omodeba Umpire said Ghanaian police have arrested self-styled prophet Ebonowa, also known as Evans Eshen, after his widely shared end-time prophecy failed. The arrest happened around New Year's Eve and is believed to be linked to his prediction of a global flood on December 25, 2025. That is exactly what is really going on. So the international communities, said you almost minim say bia because of that, because who create say we say bebana amba say you are making Ghanaians and other country look like a fool in disguise. And until now I was say omoko na omoye den omobecho. So this is basically one of the arguments someone can make. Say, a police for an agent so ediche ebunuwa for causing fear and panic. Fear and panic. I don't think he caused fear and panic, but you can see that he was spreading fake news, knowing what he's doing. No, and the fact Sank also issued disclaimer. So these are some of the Niema and Air Koso. John Dramani Mahama, first year in office, and you're on the second year. So far, things are going good. In fact, as of now, I'm in the 2nd of January 2026. $1 is going for 10 cedis, 41 pesos. It's good. Everything seems nice. Bibi Akoso. On said any major scandal, be apart from the IMF Sami Jinfi Gold Board scandal. But regardless, MPP4, I believe he said this is the worst administration in Ghana's history. Now, Munipa. What this answer me about Tuja a presidential candidate. I friend Brian Echampo. Brian Echampo a patch say and no social media near the editor Mahama is the way for where this is a failed man, this is a man who doesn't know what he's doing, this is a criminal, this is a corrupt person, and this is a man or incompetent. These are not my words. These are the words of Brian Echampo. Now, according to Brian Echampo, so you'll be now social media no okay, yeah, bomb Mahama and Sam Brania. Eyadia Abbas Hofra Bruni friend artificial intelligence AI. Or say Mahama and Sabrani AI because share Nancy or your campaign or koko in Miambiano or catch up the way Ghana for Brea Ghana for to me a son in same kind as a brandy champon here MPP for my Ghana. We wish Akufo-Addo was still in power. Anyway, single team say my brandy champon or did you jay babaka ebe to us.
Dollar Akufo-Addo about 27. For your tane baumia. Dollar na 4 points. That time 4.6, 4.7. Almost about 4.1. It jina hwa for almost 1 year. Yeah, bon sem sa ni hu be a jina kra. Ku yese. Na butre. Na ma hu mere. Ghana for there. Omo do mani enehwo. E ban feature say ya. Ye nyina ye bebo ajewo so. You see a lot of AI. In semona hu ni bebre no. I say wo kwa sorry. Na Maracas who say omo friend is saying organ bi ye ka say obi aka sem bi na ye mia so na no aye say na ye bon sem pa enu na omdi AI ye nti nsem na wotini ni na dodo na in a lot of social media feeds a lot of them are AI enche bia Ghana for eba bibi sansem me so me chira ase say na be ya me microphone na wako ni beti ase say wo kwa sorry a who say ye kasi ye bon some na DJ no or the insembo bi we miaso na say bon sen cha we chiri ha
you patch say all the fans John Mama enya a fake upload
me say ene artificial intelligence ubetimi dia ene ma bebre insembo ni bebre and all the praises na wo hu dodo na no machine na e bon insem enche bia Ghana for no ebe sache bisansem ombe sache bisansem na omo sache bisansem say ya to about 12 months what the $10 billion and etimi akura economy ni mo fundamentals ben and the bitimi amanage now as I say ukoku cruise free Bank of Ghana e dia be shem no wo ho na wo ye economy ni yie na manage na so e wo ho Bank of Ghana e nya say sika na tem bia no mo di baba be shem nti o say fundamentals no and a big cremo. But what I see? The NCBA, the most Ghana for no. ABC say, okay, Bank of Ghana is scanning my dollar name called fundamentals. 24-hour economy no. Ewe Chebe. Sanye ma pillars when there was a kura economy ni. Cocoa price could do the edru. Yeah, the call baby could do yeah. NDC for some of the bomb the back cost 6,000 the buy could do it. But so what I see? And you know, people will start asking questions. I feel they will say, "O man for no enum kasa no. E be ye den as a machine. Ne de na de MC no mia so nsembo na MC ni mia so no. O ja say nsembo ne koso no na hafo no so etietie mu away na."
Basically, in summer Brian Echampo can say, your honeymoon period. I'm gonna feel that lumba. That lumba say who for fra ya de wo chia. Ebi wie tinye di wisie enti sisi ano mama e hunu foforo ye foforo de be chia sa oni o akwa ba hunjo but after some time no ye be ru ye di mi ahwe wenim ye enti mama is now enjoying the in terms of business and our friend honeymoon period But then reality on the ground, according to him, is that Niema Nkoye. Fine, dollar now cost 41 pesos. But then call petrol station, call mass mart, call other place. Maybe someone was okay. I didn't know last time what on the 10 cedis long. Not dollar. That time, that dollar is 17 cedis. I don't know. Price, have the price gone down or have the price shot up? Most of them, the price now cost low. And even aside from that, dollar na echo form no. Idea na Bank of Ghana dollar na echo form. And they Bank of Ghana didn't seem to just say they've injected $1 billion into through the Forest FS interchange program. That's the Forest program. Forest say this guy is Ghana, your dollar ni into be your dollar, your hand, my bank send the dollar no, we can meet the demand. It's a meet demand now. The price of CD to dollar no, be stable. And no be oh yes, I did we bet the Ghanaian pockets on fele. And I say a bra Akufo-Addo eba power in 2017 no. And also sa o release omo ya ma dollar no crab ba fem. In Sembombe and Akufo-Addo wenya be reach yes Akufo-Addo the worst thing that has ever happened to Ghanaians. So that is exactly in summer or no Brian Champon or no Sony viewer also. But regardless, there's a new tax here because Castle Atoforsen, who happen to be the finance minister or the Ababe Tuja say the 2nd of January from yesterday first no new value added tax aba and then started. Also official power new VAT reforms start today. Altogether, these VAT reforms are expected to return nearly 6 billion to businesses and households this year alone. So according to Atoforsen, taxes here it is very much important because at the end of the day, scanner back to Ghana for Ankasa. And why are these taxes coming in place? So we name the Equaswa taxes nibia abano. Some of the taxes happen to be electricity tariffs. You increase electricity tariffs by I think 15%, and you increase water tariffs by 9.85%. I think say very soon the sign money in a two screens so. But then before I bet to us no yenfa we into screens near ready a year in summer and this particular new taxes are ever. I think say before I bet to us VAT taxes no so no ye per se yede electricity tariffs no ye be say yede no ebe two screens no so because me no can say you increase these things. And the question is, personally I was asking myself this question when Ebunowa was sent to court, say is NDC doing this to deflect Ghanaians from the real issue on the ground? Real issue they say taxes cost so into the whole screens or say electricity and water tariffs increased by 9.85% and 15.92% respectively, which means that electricity increasing by almost 10% and the water tariffs increasing by almost 16%. That's 15.92%. All round in the upper. And I say starting it at the 1st of January 2026. Regardless, Atoforsen Patch said these kind of taxes, it is here to help Ghanaians. So quickly, yen share taxes now or mudia bano na it is a yen twaso. O share the whole screens so ewo haseya ni ready amawa. Or say here, as new VAT reforms take effect January 1st, 2026. Here is what every Ghanaian should know. Number one, the COVID levy, which has been abolished, putting 3.7 billion back into the pockets of individuals and businesses alone in 2026. The VAT rate has been reduced to 20% to ease the tax burden of household and Ghanaians. 3. Get Fund and NHIL levies are now input output deductible, reducing the cost of doing businesses by 5%. 4. Businesses dealing in goods that will register for VAT only when the turnover exceeds 750,000, up from 200,000. The VAT flat fee scheme has been abolished and replaced with a unified and more transparent VAT structure. 6. Altogether, the VAT reforms are expected to return nearly 6 billion to businesses and households. So, in as much as now this particular taxes are here can one no or my abolish COVID-19 taxes and other taxes be no. To force parties or my a new form of taxes. As a new form of taxes no or more refabation basically or my refining no ye be a film and ye for fraba. But before near the abani ye says Ghana for ye castle bet by 6 billion Ghana cedis. Well, it's up to you to believe this or not. It's here for ADBC. Thank you so much for joining us on this particular platform. Will come your way again, God willing, tomorrow.